I keep on hearing about this topic about modern women and this crisis that we're in with the modern woman and how bad the modern woman is and what people can do to stop it and reverse this trend of women being masculine. First of all, let me say this. In this video, I want to see if we can, number one, talk about when the modern woman came into play, what you guys define as the modern woman, and what men can possibly do about it, if anything. So first of all, let's address when it came into play. In my opinion, it came into play right around the baby boomer generation. The baby boomer generation is the generation, number one, where women started entering the workplace. So they went from staying at home moms to entering the workplace and adding productivity to the US economy. So that's number one. Number two, if you remember, a lot of men within the baby boomer generation, they would say things like happy wife, happy life. They would say things like, I need to go home and talk to the boss lady. Things like that. You guys know what I'm talking about, who know. So maybe we can agree that around that time is when the modern woman started to be born and started to increase, right, in power. So let's get that straight first. Now, today, we're in a time where in most major cities, you need a dual income household, meaning you need two people to be working in order to just make ends meet, typically. The only way that's not maybe true is if you have a man or a woman and they're making a high six-figure income in general. We're talking generality here, right? So meaning they're making, let's say, close to $200,000 a year. Then maybe you can have a one income household and a woman can sit home and take care of the kid or even the man. But for the most part, most people, as we all know, aren't making that type of income. Most Americans are making under $70,000 in income. I almost want to say even combined income, household income, but don't quote me on that. I have to look it up again. So we can all say that more than likely in most households around America, you need two people to work, and that means the man and the woman. So how does masculinity come into play with these females? In my opinion, it comes into play because nowadays, depending on what the culture is, they're making way more money than the men. Way more money than the men. They have more education in certain cultures, and they're making way more money. And then in other cultures, they're on a rise. Meaning if they're not making as much money as the man, they're close to it. Very close to it. So here you have it. You have now the man and the woman working, both going to work, and you have the man and the woman, let's just keep it simple, in saying they're making the same amount of money. So now that you have that, what does that do? That takes a lot of the power away from the man. So for example, my grandfather and grandmother, they had significant roles, two different roles. At that particular time, my grandfather could work at, let's say, the steel mill. I'm just using that for an example. And my grandmother could stay home and raise the kids. Two very important positions, very important jobs, equally important jobs, if you ask my opinion, but they're doing different roles. You have one that has a significant role, which is take care of the household, wash the clothes, cook, take care of the grocery shopping, make sure the kids are straight. And then you have one is, make sure the grass is cut, making sure the cars are taken care of. You're going to work every day, you're bringing home the money, which is the man. That's done now. Times have changed. Now, the female and the male are both working. So can we all agree that times have changed? And then one thing I want to say with change, If you're a type of person where you resist change, you will always lose, because one thing is certain, and that's change. Times are going to change and things are going to change. It's never going to stay the same. So things have changed now. Now, again, you have women that are working just like men, same type of hours, same type of grind. And in certain cultures, women are actually making more and are more educated. So now let's get into the masculine woman and why she's masculine. Well, number one, in certain cultures, if the woman is more dominant in a relationship, meaning she's bringing more value to the relationship than the man, of course she's going to be more masculine. She's going to be more masculine. Let's just keep it real. So, how can you, in this particular environment, keep your masculinity as a man? Number one is you need to bring more value to the relationship, or equal value. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is this. Number one, you need to be making right around the same amount of money she's making. So, for example, if she's making 100 grand a year, you need to be making around 90 to 110, at least. Number two, just like she is now maybe multifaceted, maybe not, I'm not sure. Maybe she can cook, clean, and she can work now. And she can do everything you can do. Meaning, since men really aren't even, in my opinion nowadays, men like back in the day, maybe she can do everything you can do, meaning take her car to get the oil changed, take her car to the mechanic, get the mechanic to work on her car, all that stuff, right? Cook, clean, do all that stuff. You need to develop the same skills. So you need to develop the skills that the woman used to have. You need to be able to cook for yourself, clean for yourself, all that stuff. Take care of the kids. You need to develop as a man those same skill sets as the woman had to do back in the day. Just like nowadays, the woman is now going to work just like the man used to do back in the day. So maybe you guys can see where I'm going here. So once you at least provide equal value in a relationship or more, now you can command that masculinity that you're desiring. It's not just going to happen. She's not just going to submit to you, so to speak, and be a female. And what I mean by be a female, meaning a non-masculine female, just because you want her to be. It's almost impossible. Think about it. Are you going to bow down to somebody if you're stronger than them? I'm just using you as a man. Say you get into a conflict and you guys are ready to get into a brawl. You're going to back down to him just because he's shorter than you and he's not as strong as you? No. You're going to show your masculinity and you're going to say you're not going to back down, right? Because you're stronger than this man. So the same thing holds true in a relationship. If she's way stronger than you and brings more value than you, she's going to be masculine. Or she's going to be tempted to be masculine. I put it that way, more than likely. So there's the answer to your issue. And if you're providing more value to her than her, or you're just as equal as her, mentally, physically, financially, all that stuff, and you have your head on your shoulders right, and you can lead, and you are a leader, and she's still being masculine, your definition of masculine that's out there on the internet nowadays, then the other option you have is to leave. Leave. If she's not on your program, if you're providing all that stuff, and you're bringing more value or equal value, and she's not on your program, and she's trying to boss you around like she's the boss, and you don't like it, you're in America. You have the option to leave the relationship and to find somebody else that will be on your program. People do it all the time. And yes, there's still women out here who want a man to lead, quote unquote. But me personally, I don't mind a woman who has all that stuff I talked about, who has money, who's bringing home the bacon, who knows how to cook, knows how to clean, is very self-sufficient. That doesn't intimidate me. It really doesn't. Because now I don't have her pulling on my resources. She's not pulling on my resources. If we go out to eat, I don't have to go ahead and kick out the dough. We can share those expenses. Especially nowadays in today's economy where you need a dual income household. So with my female, if I have a female in a relationship, I don't mind her to be what you guys can call a strong, independent woman. I didn't say masculine. I said I don't mind her being strong and independent. And if she's masculine, then I'll just move on. I'll just walk away if she doesn't get on my program. And when I mean get on my program, meaning if I have the intelligence to lead and I'm bringing value, equal value to her or more, and she's not on my program, then I just leave. I would try to have a conversation with her first and work it out, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So yeah, I just want to make this real quick video. I don't want to make it too long, and just address this woman talk and masculinity talk. Look, like, comment, subscribe, go down in the comment section and tell me what you think. If I'm off on something, let me know. Not gonna hurt my feelings. I don't care. It's my opinion. You have your opinion. It is what it is. I'll talk to you guys later.